actually want to use Python. And once you listen, you see the reason why you use to understand whatever we are talking about now. So it's still the same way we made the introduction last time. So I'm going to connect this in set, the same thing, but we have to use curly bracket. Curly bracket is on your keyboard shift and press where you have square bracket, which is set. So this will give you a set and it stores data the same way we store it. And now another thing I also want you to know is that set can be store data in integer. Set can also store data as colon, as view, depending on how you keep your list of set. So it can store the data as an integer as well. So this particular one, so if I print it and run this particular code, it's going to give me 1 and 2, meaning the data can be stored in that aspect. So if I change this into 0, so that means it is going to be 0 and 1. So it means it is going to store the data in this one. Now, I want you to ask you a question, Daniel. If you look at the code I run now, can you read it, this particular snippet?
Your screen is not showing.
My screen is not showing.
Yes.
So you're not sharing your screen.
All this is administration. Alright. Sorry about that. Sometimes I have interruption, but I know that I started typing this thing from the time we started typing, talking, but you can see my screen right now.
Yes.
Alright, can you, if you look at, do you see what I have here? This is Python set. I said is unordered, unchangeable, does not allow duplicate, and uses curly bracket. Then I run the first code. Then this is the output. This is just how to create a set, and this is a set that is strings format. You can see. Now I run the second one, and I got this. And I asked you, Daniel, can you read this thing for me? Line 1, line 2, and the output.
Sorry, I can't.
You cannot.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know why you cannot, but this is just like beginners. That is in set 1 and 0, and then print it, and you have this. What I wanted you to understand is there is a question I'm going to ask now, and I want anybody who knows it to answer it. When I run this code, I'm going to put x is equal to this 5, 4, 6. Now, and I'm going to print x. And then when I print x, then do you see this? Did you hear what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Now, can you tell me the difference between this and this? Let me use the conventional, the same thing inside there. Can you give me the difference between this and this? Do you know the
The
answer?
difference is
What is the difference?
Are you asking me in particular?
Yes,
For
I'm
to
asking
me,
you in particular.
Jesus. So I've not had chance to go through our last video, and I was not in the class last time. But the difference from what I'm seeing is the results beginners is printing is 0 and 1, while that of um, the second one is 1 and 0.
So why, Pablo? Do you know why?
The other one has the curly braces, while this one has the square bracket. So I think that's the difference between it. So that's why it's printing different things. I think the first one it inverses the contents inside of it, the curly braces.
Okay.
If you notice, it starts initially is 1 and 0. Then once it prints, it inverses to 0 and 1. Meanwhile, for the other one, once it prints X, it prints whatever was the initial one, which is 1 and 0.
All right. Thank you so much. Nulu, what is the reason?
Oh yes. Sorry to interrupt.
Okay,
The
go
first
ahead.
one is set. The first one is a set. So once you print it, I don't know how to explain it again, but I just know that it's a set. It just came to my mind.
Okay, I thank you so much. Nulu, you can hot. That's what I wanted you to tell me. Because that's the only thing I want you to understand. That was why I keep on making reference to the first time we talk about list. The reason is this, the answer is on the screen. A Python set is unordered. Look at this is the answer. Is unordered. So if it comes out, the result is set doesn't change anything. Set, remember, is ordered. Now, why am I saying this? I keep on saying that this part of things we are talking about, list, set, dictionary, and tuple is one of the most aspect part of things we need to know. Then if you don't know this, when you need to advise on, even if you write develop whatever you are, you might run into this type of problem and you might be asking yourself what is happening. But if you understand this simple thing like Pablo said, that's what I just need to know him to say, which is that set is ordered while set is unordered while list is ordered, and that is why the output is the same thing, whereas this output change. If you look at the person I printed, it started with Nulu, Pablo, Nulu. Do you get Collins, Sterling, Blake, Victor, Ruru? Do you see what how it's scrambled it here? Are we together?
Yes.
Now the second thing you should also know is that it doesn't allow duplicates. Do you see this thing here? It doesn't allow duplicates. Now, did you see it appearing two times? The answer is no. Nulu did not appear two times on this. But just look at this now. Two times, and Nulu is going to be ordered. Do you see it now? Nulu appeared two times, and this thing is arranging according to how you put it. Now, let's go to top. If you don't understand this, there is going to be a problem. Look at tuple. Tuple, it is ordered, and it is on change. Did it change? Did you see any duplicate? Yes, because tuple remains ordered. Tuple is also um it allows duplicate, but it doesn't. It is unchangeable. So this is what you need to know. I am, and I will keep saying it. The most aspect of things we have been talking about is this part so far, and you need to understand it. So thank you, Pablo. That's what I want you to know. So also the aspect of the data which you have can also be stored. Like I said, it can be stored in um, integer. It can also be stored as strings and as boolean. So all of them can work that way. So you can see here, this is true or false, this is 0 and 1, and this is strings. So all these data can come in that particular way. So whichever way you do it, it works. And also, this data also can find the data. What I mean is, let me go to the next one. This can also include true, can also include false, it can also include 1, it can also include 15, anything, and if you run this partition, it is going to print out all of them. But if you look here very careful, you see it is unordered. This is things I want you to know. And if I put 3 again inside it, then it is this way, and it's not going to have a duplicate. You're only going to see 1 3 here. It's not going to have more than. So these are things I want you to know, and I want you to understand it, and let it be part of things you need to know, because you will need to know when you need to store a data as a set, know when you want to store a data as dictionary, know when you want to store a data as tuple. Now, the aspect of accessing sets, you cannot access sets as its index or key, but you can access it using a loop, for loop. Get this, understand what I'm saying? You cannot access it using index. We were accessing list using index. And what I mean by indexing, you put 1 and you pick out Collins, or you pick out. But in sets, you use, to access each of them, you have to use a key, which is 4. And then using 4, you should be able to access whatever that is inside this. If I print beg, so it's going to be error because there's an indentation error. So I have to bring it back and rerun it again. So you should understand this. It access whatever that is inside here in for you, but it is also on and not ordered. So because of this, I want to access each of them. I have to replace this in with x. For x, x print x. So it's going to print nulu and rest of them. But still, you see, it is also unordered. It is also unordered. Now, Daniel, are you still with me? Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Sterling, please. Um, do you notice that this one was not printed? Can anybody tell me why? Is there anybody that can tell me why? Can you think a bit?
What is the question again?
I said my question is, here we have 1 here, but there is no 1 printed here. Can anybody tell me why? Is anybody is anyone going to help us? All right, the reason is this: true is equal to 1, which, and false is equal to 0. So remember the rules. We have false, it's only going to echo 1 false. It doesn't allow duplicate. We have 1 here, we have true there, it only picked 2, there is no 1 here. It have 3 to 2, it 1, leaving only 1 here. Do we get the answer? The reason is because 2 and true is equal to 1. 0 is equal to false, and false is equal to 0. You get that?
Yeah.
Right. Now, the next thing we need to talk about is we need to talk about adding, checking if a particular thing is present in the set. How do you check it? It's just the conventional way we used to use. So I'm going to look if my name is inside here. So I'm going to type my name here, and still the keyword we use. You put Kingsley and you say in beginners. Now this can tell you whether the name is there or not. How does it access it? It's going to tell the ad it is false. So this is false. My name is not there. And then how do I check if something is existing? Also is not existing. Remember, you just need to put not here and you run the same code again and you have it inside. So remember the built-in function. So it means I am not existing here. I want you to once we are talking about this, you start thinking which scenario can this kind of thing exist. That's just what you should be looking at. What way can you check for something and it really doesn't exist? So you need to know it. Now, to talk about is how do you add item to sets? Assuming you have created it, remember, but you want to add something to set. How do you add it? For you to add it, you just need to do something like, for you to add item into the set, all you just need to do is to call it and use the keyword we are adding to the add, and whatever you add up there as a keyword. So I want to add my name to it. Before we were using append. Remember all this and know that you can't use append when it comes to this one. So you go in there and then to assess whether you have added it. If I run this code and this is the way I can add something, you see instantly should be somewhere. We're using append is a keyword. We're using append, and if I run this code now I use append, you see that set object has no attribute append. It can't work. So whatever that is going to work to append something or to add something is to use add. Remember, when you finish, if you have time, go and study set again. No Venn diagram, no union, no ununion. This is very, very important because even when we're going to be doing ArcGIS, proximity analysis, union, ununion, and rest of them. This is exactly what we are doing, and those things they teach us in mathematics. So we are trying to, this is what is inside the set, and we are trying to get the union or union, add those things within the set is what we are treating today. Those things within mathematics is what we are treating today. So you just have to get to understand this. Now, I want to add, this is also beginners, and I want to talk about how you can add something to sets. So we have used add to add it. How do you add and add it into set? I have let me talk about beginners and let me talk about advanced. So add advanced. So in advanced group, so I am going to put a list of those in advanced. So we have Justin in advanced class. We also have Chura in advanced class. So in the advanced also, let's also add Natalie. Then in advanced class also, let's add Smith. So these are names of those that are in advanced class. So if I have two lists, how do I bring these two lists into together? So I have to add them and then use the keyword update. We are going into it. I'm using this keyword because I want us to learn each and every one to know when it is going to be used. So I want to update the beginners with advanced, and you can say advanced here. So if I now print the beginners, then I should have all of them inside together. If I run the code, I should be able to have all the beginners together with the advanced together. Note this and follow it very well. Like I said, and I will repeat, this is one of the most aspects of our class, and we need to get to understand it very well, please. So if you look at this, we use update, and that update automatically add all the other data into it. So we use it to update the beginners with the advanced. So once we did that, both of them automatically gets to mesh together, and we have them inside. Just like the same way you update your phone, the other version is still there, just that the new features that you added recently will be added to it. So this is how you can do an update. Now, the way you can remove something from a list or from a set. For you to remove something from a set, you are going to use the keyword remove, or you are going to use the keyword discard. And then remember that set is unordered. So when you're using something like pop, remember we use pop in list, it is going to remove it haphazardly, like randomly. So if you want to remove a particular thing in the set and you use pop, it's just going to enter there and pick whatever any one of the choice and remove. So you can also use pop to remove any item, and this method will remove random thing, and then like I said, you don't know which one is going to remove. So remember, like I said, set is unordered. So if you want to use pop, just have it in mind that whatever is going to remove there, you might not know it will just pick randomly. And then in clear, you're going to use clear to empty whatever that is inside the list. You want to clear whatever that is inside there, you use clear. And then you can also use delete to delete the rest of them. So what I'm saying, we can here, and the first one we are going to, the key to use is, so I'm going in here, and then because I don't like Nulu, I want to remove Nulu from the beginner. So I'm going here, then use the keyword remove, and then once I click and call the name of the person I want to remove, which is going to exist here, I'm going to put it on Nulu, and then if I run this particular code right now as Nulu, which is beginners, on this code, you will see that Nulu is going to remove. You see it now. Or what Nulu X or Nulu B that is not in the set, sorry, I'm calling this since you are going to have an error because such name is not exist. It's going to be key error because such name as Nulu does not exist. So it won't it. It have to be what is there. So that is how you can easy to remove Nulu from the set. Now, the second thing I talked about is discard. So for you to do this, you have to just type either discard and then it's a set. So for you to it means discard. So you see here the same thing. It is not that, but also it removed Nulu from the list. And the next thing we talk about again is pop. Like I said, pop from the set. You have when you pop up something from the set, like I said earlier, you don't know what is inside is going to pop up. So it is going to pop up whatever that enters its mind. So in this way, we are just going to pop it up with whatever that is and say pop up. Remember, it is not, you can't index it so that you will say, let me go and index it and take the one I want to pop up. No, it's not going to work up that way. So what if I say print X? If I run this code and I'm going to have here is going to pop up whatever whatever that enters first, because the first one pop up X, and then the second one here is going to print true. So if you look at this item, you see the difference. So if you make this B, if you make this beg, that's not what I use. It's false, because you are removing beg to remove beg. So that was the reason why I decided to put X here, so that when you put X here and you pop it up, and this comes, this is what is going to, it is randomly removing whatever that comes into mind. That is why I say here it is randomly going to remove whatever that enters into mind. Now if you look here, you'll be able to see the one that is missing. You see here, 2 is there, Pablo is there, Lulu is there, Sterling is there, Collins is there. But to Victor, go to this part, is there is true, but there is no false. So it automatically removes the one that enters its mind without um, asking you any question. So this is the difference you can actually remove something by on a that is how you can remove something from set. Then another things like I talked about is you can also use clear, the keyword in set, and this will help you clear whatever that is inside this set. So sorry, I put in only, I was copying from the other side. So when you clear, it means clear empty set. So you're going to just have set as an empty set because you have cleared whatever that is inside. Now, for you also to uh, delete set, remember what we did when we're doing list. So if you stay down here and say delete beginners, you're going to have an error because once you create beginners, you don't supposed to print again. The name beginner is not defined because you have deleted the entire list called beginners. Now I want to now talk about the bit 4. I have talked about it before, but I said if you want to access what is inside the list, use for function automatically did this done for you. So to use for, it's still the same way we use our things with for to access whatever that is inside there. And because I put break, if I put X here, then you see everything inside the comes out and then print out the output as what it is. Now something I want to quickly talk about now is Python, the way you can join a set. Like I said, remember set, disjoin, join, these are union and rest of them. How do you join a set? Now there are several ways you can join set. You can union it, you can update it. For those that have been using ArcGIS, especially tools, ArcToolbox, you will understand what I'm saying, that you have a shapefile, you want to join it, you want to extract it, you want to delete it. These are the codes you are going to be using. Ideally, this is using graphic user interface, but this one you are using typing a code to solve the same problem. So you can intersect, but in union and update, it joins all of them from both sides. But in aspect of intersect, like it keeps only the duplicate. Then remember set diagram. Remember set diagram. When we'll be doing review, you will teach us set diagram, and using the same circle we draw, I can also draw it. The same circle you draw the circle, and you see one, and you see you are going to take care of this. But I want every you understand what I'm trying to say when I say union, intersect, different, and symmetry different. These are things we are going to talk
Sorry,
about.
sir. Your voice is sorry, cracking, sir.
You say?
This last thing you said, I did not hear. Like your voice is a lot of like a little bit cracky. This last set of things you said, I did not hear.
Okay. I was. Can you hear me better now? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello.
yes, I can hear you now.
So I was saying that list set is very important. that you are going to, when we're doing our review, you're going to teach us mathematical concept of sets: union, ununion, intersect, join, disjoint. And very soon when we start our GIS, we'll be using the same tools where we are going to have a shapefile and we say join. And when we have overlapping shapefile, we say disjoin. We have union, we have intercept, we say what is the difference. These are statistical analysis you are going to be doing, and spatial analysis you are going to be doing, and overlay, extract, proximity. These are things you are going to be doing. And set is exactly what we are doing. The different thing is that we are using code here, whereas maybe we are using ArcGIS. When we are using ArcGIS, we are using graphic user interface. So when we'll be doing our review, you need to get ready to teach us using a Jamboard board, which you are going to have here, and you are going to teach us what it means. So I think you understand that, and I think you can always access that these things, and then you tell us what we need to do on that. But I want you to understand what we're saying. When we're saying union, ununion, join, disjoint, it is very, very important to know it, because that is the only way you can understand what I'm talking about now. So you prepare your mind ahead of it and know what we are saying when we are talking about union and non-union. And when I say it, intersect, you understand what it means. And when I um, uh, difference, you understand what I mean by difference. So what I want you to get and start working towards, if possible, read it. Like I say, this is also this is a very important thing you need to know. And if you don't know it, you have a lot of, even if you remember the set of diagram, you have, for example, and then you have A and B, A union B, then you know what it means. So this is what I want you to like use these things, and then make sure you get to understand this aspect. So if you have three sets, what do? Have the three sets joining together like this, and when you join it, you have one here, you have two here, you have three here, you have four here, you have five here, you have six here, you have seven here. Then you have this as set. This is A. This is this other circle, and this circle is C. Now, if I say B union C, that is 4. But when I say A union C, that is 2. And when I say A union B, that is 6. But what if I say A union B union C is 1? What if I say A on union A on union B, which you know the difference? So this is set we are talking about. The only different thing is that we are using code to do whatever we are doing. So please, you need to understand this. When I'm saying union, it means that you need to union whatever that is here into this. So you need to add whatever that is writing them. So join all these things. So when I say intersect, this method only keeps the duplicate. If there is duplicate, now then when you about difference, it keeps the item set that are not in the other set. What is the difference between A union B? The difference between A union B here is what the item in A that is not in B. So you need to understand this. A union B here, I can say 5. You need to understand this, and you need to really understand it, because this particular just apply here. You also need to read about where it is applied, and it is much thing for them to teach us in school. They are not wasting their time. So you need to understand this very, very well. So this is where I'm going to stop. But I say, Lulu, prepare your mind. One day, whichever means either you're preparing slide, you let us know when you're ready. You teach us set. Then you teach us set.
Okay, sir.
We will understand understand this, because if you understand what I'm saying now, you know exactly here. And that is what we're trying to do, union and non-union. So take note and make sure you get to understand this very well. It will help you not just here, but even in GIS that we are doing, because we are going to GIS too. So understand it, you will be having issues. So this is the set 1, and I'm going to create another set 2. So I think it will be better I'm using set 1, so that then I'm going to use set 2. Then in set 2, I'm just going to use an integer. So I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, and let me also use 4. And in this 2, remember what I draw here, A union B. Now I am going to now update it. So I'm going to say set 3. Set 3 now is what I want to update. It's equal to the set 1. Remember, I want to do what? To union it. I want to union it. So it's going to be set 1 union set. That is set 1 union set 2. Remember what we're doing. Remember what I draw on that is. And now if I want to print the set 1, if I want to set 1 union set 2, so if I want to print set 3, you will see that it's going to draw set 1 and set 3. He said set 1 is not defined. Set 1 is not defined. Set 1 is not actually defined. I use small letter, big letter, but I'm using small letter. So I need to make all of them use small letter so that it will not have such error. So you see now I have ended up unioning or joining whatever that is in set 1 and set 2. Remember, this is critical. You look at one here, it only pick through because there is 1 and 2. I have 2 here, I don't have 2 here, there should be 2 here. I have 3 here, I have 3, 3, 2, 3 here, it only picked there. What we are saying is that if this thing here, let me assume this is 3, and I say A union B here, that means whatever that is in A unioning with B, what are you going to have? Instead of it repeating the 3 here, it is going to pick up 1 3, and that is exactly what happened here. So it whatever is in A with B. So you have to take this note and you have to master it very well. So I am joining the A union B. That is set 1 union set 2. Alright, so I will now proceed. Next thing I need to talk about again is how do you join multiple sets like what we did here. You can join it. I'm going to like copy this and then I'm going to paste the new set. I will have set 2, set 3. So I'm going to put set 3 here. You can let me copy those in advance. So I've gone this far. So let me copy set of advance here and go down and replace the set of advance as set 3. And then I'm going to also have set 4 if it is possible. So let me have set 4, and then the set 4 can be how many of us that are in the class today. So we have Pablo, and we also have Nubu. So we also have Daniel, and we have Sterling. So what am I going to say? What am I? These are different sets. Like I draw here in this particular place, I draw 3 sets, but in this one, I'm adding up 4 sets. So I have the set. So the total distance for the sets, for all the sets we have here, how do I join all of them? I'm going to say that the set that we have all of them is equal to the set of 1 full. So I'm going to go to set. Remember what I said, dot union, the normal word we use, and then you go ahead and put the rest of them in the top, like in a bracket. So you go to set 1, set 2, comma, set 3, comma, set 4. Even if it is up to set 500, you can still print all the sets. If you do this, you should be able to match all the sets that you have, and this is how long it will be. But remember, it will follow the rules. If it, since I have no rule here, I have no rule here, it can only show us one rule, which is 2 here, because set does not duplicate. So this is how you can do set and then make it work. Then another way you can work on set, merge many sets together, is by using this this thing, which is you put all the sets together and then you fix them using these tools. So I'm going to say set 1, and then you use this, press shift on the keyboard and press back slide. So you put set 2, you put up this, you put set 3, you put up this, and you put set 4. Now with this, I use it for this, the same is going to give you the same result. Now joining set and tuple, you can also join set and tuple. So for you to get that achieved, I'm going to use set 1 and set 2, and then I'm going to name this first one as set, and the second one is going to be a tuple. Now to achieve that, one is set, it is, and the other one is tuple. How do you make both of them as sorry how do you make both of them, like making both of them tuple? Sorry. So I'm going to like go down here, and then let me make it set is equal to, you now say set 1, then you now dot union it, and then you call it the second set, just like what we did from the beginning. The second set is set 2. Now with this, you can print this last set, and that is actually going to give you, so I'm going to print sets. Run this code, I should be able to have both of them together we did earlier. And then what if you want to update a set? Then update, you can insert one set into another set. Using update, you can change the original set and let it return the new set. Using update too, you can insert 2 sets together, and then using both union and update will exclude, whichever way you did it, both of them is going to exclude the duplicate. So just note that. Then in intersection, how do you work with intersection? If you have 2 sets and you have to work with intersection, the intersection keeps only duplicate. Remember this, if you have a duplicate, intersection only keeps the duplicate. Just note this. In that way, use set 1. Instead of us using this, we are going to use intersection. Then intersection in set keeps only the duplicate. Now you see a duplicate here is 3, and remember this, it only keeps the duplicate. Intersection keep only the duplicate. So you can also use AND operator instead of using intersection method. So which of them works? So if this is what I mean by using AND operator. Shit. So this is how what I mean by using AND operator, where I have set 1 and set 2. So if I use AND operator here instead of using intersection, AND is pressing shift 7. If you're using American keyboard, if you press shift 7, you have AND, and if you run the same code, you are going to have this. It only keeps the duplicate. You have 3 here, you have 3 here, you have 1 there, you have 1 there. If I put Lulu here, there is a null up there. If I put this, let me put Pablo. I don't like null. So Pablo here, you will see it will return 1, 3, and Pablo because this it only keeps the duplicate. So this is how it works. Then now using intercept update, it will only keep the duplicate but change the original set to return the new set. It keeps both existing and the new. So in that way, I'm going to go and paste this code. Then I'm going to put intersection underscore update. It's a built-in function. You can see it here. Like I said, when you go here, follow the line. When it comes up, read about it. It is saying I'm trying to is inside here. Click on it. It's going to bring it here. Follow the line. Click on this arrow here. You're going to see everything. It updates the set with intersection of itself and another. So you can see here. You need to read it the way I'm reading it. You don't even need to crank, just you need to know some of this. And once you click on it and it runs the same. So what does it do? It is known. So following the documentation that I followed now, you should be able to understand what I'm saying. Also, you can also use the same thing like intersection. And when you say put them intersection, like I said, yeah, go ahead.
Please, please, what were you trying to do last? Like the
What?
intersection update. What were you trying to do last? The intersection update. I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Okay, like I said, the documentation, like I said, it update the set with the intersection of itself and another. It update the set with the intersection of itself with another. What is the intersection? The intersection here is Pablo 1, 2, 3. But there is no another again. So what does it do? It blank it off, and that is why it becomes known. Do you remember the set in school?
Yes.
Yeah, that is what that's why I say maybe Nulu can take time to teach us set because this is important. And it's also important when we go to dictionary. This is important because if you this is different ways you can store data and this is how you can manipulate those data. So if you remember this, even in ArcGIS, when we'll be using it, overlay and then you try to extract symmetric and rest of them, this is exactly what is happening inside the ArcGIS. That you just click and it runs those things. So it updates itself. So when it comes to it with none, there is nothing there again because the intersection here is Pablo 1, 2, 3. What is another? There is no another, so it have to return none. So our time is running fast. So I'm going to talk about a bit difference. We know what is difference, like in normal English. The difference return the new set that contain only the item from the first one and the one that is not present in the other set. So in this way, I'm going to use sets and set like this. So I'm going to set it up. What I just need to do here is to put the difference. Now, if you look here, you know the function. It return the difference of two or more sets, and then all other sets in the element. But so two or more. So we have two sets, and then when I run it, you will see the distance. You see that you have force here, you have Pablo, Lulu, this, 15 and this, but you don't have three because three already have two. You have two. This is two. This is 15, which is here. This is one. There is no one because it is having a two. So it on the listing with another first. Lulu is here. Then telling this is telling. 15 is here. 15 is there. Guru is there. Guru is there. Victor is there. But we don't have three. Three is not here. So it's this is how you can actually do differences. Now the same thing you do, you can also do the differences. This same thing you did here by minus sign, that is minus according to separation. So you go to the first one, you minus the second one, and when you minus the second one this way, and then you put the set, and you run the same code again. Now in set, the minus sign here, which you use to minus what is, so this thing I did here is the same thing as what I did. I'm going to throw an error because I didn't put this thing in the beginning, so it doesn't match. So you see here the same thing, so it's going to minus what is in set 1 from set 2, whatever the set minus the set 1 and set 2. Then the difference updates, like we talked about, which is difference updates. The difference update here, I'm going to copy this. Now we use updates differences, but the difference update is the same thing as what we did earlier with intersection update. But the difference is that this one is now a difference update. So click underscore, you go to update and you go to the documentation. It says remove another set from this set, from another set from this set. So now I put it to update and I run it, and I should be able to see the same thing Daniel asked. Now in symmetric, the symmetric difference method will keep only the elements that are not present in both. It will keep those that are not present in both. So it keeps items that are not present in both sets. You can also use the operators raised to power if you want to use it the same thing. So what do I mean? The items that are not present in both, I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to now paste it, and I'm going to say this, and I say symmetric difference. So we have symmetric. Like, you know how to write symmetric difference. So if you read the documentation also, you are going to see it. So we have false, 2, and nullo, teacher set. 4 here, there is no 4. Pablo, there is Pablo here. So whatever that is symmetric to each other, you already know what is symmetric. That is what is going to keep. If you look here, there is no true because there is 1 here and there is 2 here. There will be 2 because there is no 2 in the other one. If you look here, there will be no 3 here because there is 3 here, there is 3 there. If you look here, there is 4, there is no 4 here. So if I put Pablo into this, see there is Pablo here. If I put Pablo here, Pablo will run away now from the output. So I'm going to say Pablo. If I found this, Pablo is coming here because I didn't put capital P in the other Pablo. So Pablo is there and that Pablo is there. So let me make it a capital letter, and so that there will be no Pablo in both, because you see here there is no Pablo in, because there is Pablo in set 2. So because of that, take out what is there. So like I said, where can you apply this kind of knowledge? Where can you apply it? I'm not saying you should go and look for where to apply. I'm saying that you should look for what approach, what method can you apply this. This is what we should be looking at. When they say if Daniel is in of them, don't give them something. So in case you can apply this. Now you can also use like this, like I said, use this to do the same thing. This is just giving a symmetric difference. You already know what is symmetric in matrix. So this is the same thing we did here in matrices. So if I put Pablo will go as well. If I put here, this is the same thing that we do as well. We have this. If I put Pablo, then I should supposed to have the same output. That's what I'm trying to do. If I put it, this thing is the same thing as this other one. So that's also give you the same thing. So the symmetric updates, like we say, is the same thing as the update we talked about. We have been using so far. So all you just need to do is go down there and then symmetric, put symmetric different update. So you go up here and then you put underscore on it and you put update, and then So this is we be talking. This is known, and so this method that we talked about is really important, and I want you to master it. Um, we have used this we talked about. Um, we have used dot add, and you can see the documentation. It add element to it, and we have also used dot add. I think we have also used remove. We have used remove. You can see here what it does. We have also used clear. You can see what it does. We have also used differences. You see what it does. You can still use different other things like if you want to return the subset or whether it's disjoint. Let's say a subset, you can use a subset which is going to give you a subset. I think the documentation is a subset here. So a subset return if the two have null. Is subset joint? This is a subset. This is subset joint. This is a superset. This is so we have not talked about this, but you can check it out so that you can understand what it's talking about. A subset is a built-in function. You need to go through it. A subset is not coming out in this way. Let's check the documentation. It says it report whether another report whether this one returned true if these have root null. Then a subset is not coming up, but you can check the documentation to understand. So it and it does what it does is another set contain this set. This is used to report whether another set contain this set. The superset it report whether the set contain another set. So this is something you have to understand, and you need to follow through it very well and see every documentation that has to do with it and be able to now follow it and apply it in different ways. So please, it is really necessary you follow it up and knows whatever this does. So that is where we are going to be stopping today. If you have any questions, I still have 12 minutes about questions you have. Then if you have any question, you let me know. Alright, I think I am done here.
Sorry, please. I have a question. I did not really get this point that you add updates. I don't know what you said about the updates, but I noticed there was a time one point symmetric difference. Then even the other one you use set one point set one without updates. Why do you add update at the end?
Okay, let me use this example. Like I said, from the update itself, it have its own function, and what it does, it is a built-in function, like I said earlier. So the updates check what is in the other one. Like let me give you example. If you look at let me go back. Let's look at intersection update and the one that is not update. Now this is intersection update, and the difference between it updates intersection of itself of itself. Intersection update is set with intersection of itself and another. Now this is the intersection which is 1 and 3 here. When it want to itself with another, nothing exists, return There is nothing exists because it can't update itself with another. There is no another. The another it ought supposed to have, there is no another, because there is no thing in set 2 that if you merge it with what is here, this is 1 and 3, and you have here, and this is 1 and 3. If it update itself, which is the result of set 1, which is here, you have 0 0, because this is 1 and 3. And if it update itself, it is still 1 and no. Did you get what I'm trying to say? 3, which is intersection. The intersection with itself, what will you have? You have none. And remember what we said about
You said okay.
go ahead. Remember what we said no time. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, but you said when you say update, you're supposed to update the set by with itself, right?
With another. With another. Itself with another. You're still not understanding.
Okay.
You're still not understanding me.
Yes, kind of sincerely.
Okay, how do I explain this faster? How do I explain it faster? Okay, the way to explain it faster is that um this is do you agree with me that this is an intercept 1 and 3? Do you understand this?
Yes, I agree because they are two exact sets.
Now, this, what did I tell you it would do? You remember what I tell you it would do when you say update?
No, I don't remember.
It will update itself and another. Did you understand that?
Yeah,
It
you
it
said
it
it
it, it,
will
it,
update
it see
itself with another set.
yeah, this is what it's like, the intercept update. It only keeps the duplicate, but it changed the original set. Instead of returning new sets, it keeps the duplicate, so it keeps the item that exists in both set 1 and set 2. That is when you use the intercept, and return item that are in duplicate. This is a set. There is 3 here, there is 3 here. You run this code here. I want to put 3 here, whether you understand. I have 3 and 3 here, and when I run this update here, it's a to a return none. What does it mean? The intersection update method will keep only the duplicate. But remember that when it's keeping the duplicate, it will change the original set. Instead of returning the new set, it will change the original set instead of returning the new set. Now, I give you example a bit when you want to check what is intercept update, the view thing meaning. So, um, when you go here, it says update a set with intercept of itself and another. What is the another? Itself. When it the intercept things 1 and 3, it's what will you give you? it gives you none. I don't know what I go on. It is just like when you have let me use -3 and plus 3. When you join both of them, you will have 0.
Okay, please run that. Please run the last this last one. Let me see what the be.
You will have none. Blood of Jesus. It's not working. Hmm?
I thought you said it will keep the duplicate. Then why is it returning none?
It will keep the duplicate, but it will change the original code instead of returning the new one. Blood of Jesus is not working.
So, hey, Father Lord.
Okay, let's talk together. Inserted is used to update a new set, okay, with a common element. Only that all the set passing the parameters in update the return set intercept of the syntax. Now set 1 to 3 in it. Then the parameter 1 and it will return none. This is not answering what we later, but let's look at this. Example is this. It says 1, 2, 3, and it says 2, which is 4, 2, 3. Now you have 3 and 2 here. If S1 intersect and update with 2, what will it print? Print out the output after this is going to be intersect update is going to be 1 and 2. This is example 3. This is example 3 of multiple. Now, and I'm going to return back here, and I'm going to add the code here. I'm going to paste it, and then print the updated set. And let's see what it's going to print. After the updated set, you have set 2. Because 2 have 1 here, 2 have 2 here, update itself and return the original code. Now here, set of 1 here is this, set of 2 here is this, then set of dates 1 and S2. It return itself. Like I say, 3 is out. This is the update here, which is 1 and 3. Now, if it return itself, it will return none because there is none here. This particular code this is 3, this is 1. This when it intersect itself, S1 is 1 to 3, S2 is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3. This one is 3, 4. So when you update both of them, it's going to do this and return S1. So this is set. This is set 1. So because set 1 is an empty set, so I have to run it up. So this is set 1, it return none. Now for this to return the same thing, this is set 1, set 2, and you updated intersected it with set 1, which is set 1, set 2. So if you update this with set 2, Yeah, let's not declaring one. It is still known. So because this set is not defined, print set one but then you have 1 and 3. Do you understand this?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand this now?
Yeah, because this one actually worked like the normal intersection
Yeah.
because it gave
So
us the one that they both have in common.
can you tell me what the answer would be? I want to put in both of them. It's going to be 2
The answer will be 1 and 2.
because when this but when you change this and it return it, look what I'm doing here. I'm going to put set here and I say equal and I change this to set because this has been declared as a new variable. Look at here, and if I run this now, it is going to return
Mhm.
because this is another set 1 set 2 with an order. I don't know again what I'm trying to say.
Okay, that means whenever it has, because this is like a condition kind of.
It's a condition kind of particular one here.
So
Yes,
yeah, so,
this particular one, sorry Nulu,
so does that mean whenever the third? Okay,
this particular
okay.
this particular one here does not this just append just and update it with set 2. But the documentation of intersect now says intersecting the whole set with another set, which is another set I define here. I don't know again what I'm trying to say. Let me show you what I'm saying in a new line of code. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste this. And then here I'm going to return set 1. So I'm also going to print set 1 here. I'm printing set 1 here. This is set 1. And I'm going to run the code. Then you will see I will have known what I'm supposed to have. Known and 1, 2 because this is another set merging with what you have an update, but this is just an set 1 intersecting the update of set 2. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yes, yes, yes. I think I get it now. So let me a little bit. We will pass our time over. Just another question to make me understand this thing now.
Okay.
That means anytime we create a third variable or another variable with the instruction or condition,
Yes.
it will return none.
Yeah, it will return known because documentation says that if you merge this with itself with an order, it will
Mm.
return known. But this one, it intersects just to update. It will return whatever that is here that is also existing in the first set, which is set 1, set 2.
Okay, okay. I think I understand now. Thank you very
You
much.
get the point now. All
Yes.
right. Do we have another question again? All right. I think we stopped. Particular thing I plotted. I went on. It's not actually. I You can see the environment I'm doing